welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, welcome to the Vibe Tribe family. Today is Make It Monday. I know, it's up late. I poured really late last night. But c'est la vie, it's done, it's here. And I am so happy to be pouring again. I didn't realize how much I missed it. Now my creative juices are flowing and I just want to pour and pour and pour and pour. So in today's video, we pour some new molds. We have a new dragon piece, a phoenix, a new 3D skull, or two, three, I can't remember. But it was fun. I enjoyed it. We also have some new cover minder pieces that I poured. I'm just so excited and happy that I can't even talk, which I'm sure you guys can see. So let's pay a little homage and respect to the Patreons and get into today's video. Hey everyone, how's it going? How's your day so far? Hopefully it's a fantabulous one. So welcome to Make It Monday. It has been forever and a day since I have poured resin. So I'm a little rusty. I'm gonna do the best I can with doing a voiceover. You guys know me, I'm squirrely. So right now I am taking my cups and I am marking one with R for resin, one with H for hardener. I have my 2 cups of hot water. I learned this trick a while back that if you take your resin and your hardener and you place them in cups of hot water, it will help them to mix together better and it will help keep the bubbles from forming. And I have seen that it does help immensely. I've done it without the hot water and with the hot water. Big difference. For today, we will be using new molds. We have a phoenix, a new dragon piece, some new skull 3D pieces. We will also be doing an ashtray for a customer order and some smaller pieces for cover minders. I hope you enjoy today's video voiceover. It should be fun. I will see you in the next clip. Hey, we're back and we have a new camera angle. I wanted to give you guys a better angle so you could see what I was doing at a better view. Right now I am mixing the resin and the hardener together. I have 2 3D molds there. The one leaning up against the glove box I chose not to do as I can't get it to stand up level. I am now pouring a layer of clear resin into the ashtray mold and to let it cure a little bit before I add the glitter shapes into it for dog theme. With the one mold that's leaning up against the green mold, I did actually pour it. That's the one we're getting ready to pour. I chose to go with a blacky pearl color, white silver color, and then some beautiful flaky glitter pieces. With the white, I noticed that it was actually more of a gray, so I added a white mica powder and then I ended up adding in some white casting craft. I am going to do the marbling effect. There are multiple ways that you can do marbling. With this piece here, I am going to take the 3 different colors and I am going to pour them into another glass. Like I'll go with black, white, chunky glitter, black, white, chunky glitter. I was struggling. There you go. You can see me doing it. I'm pouring them in. I don't mix them. So if you do go with this method for marbling, don't mix them together. Just let them go as they're going to be. When I go to do the phoenix mold, I do another way of marbling, I wanted to show you guys the different techniques. So now what I'm doing is I'm pouring a little bit in, and I'm taking a little pointy thing to help push the resin into the harder to reach places, as well as spraying rubbing alcohol, isopropyl alcohol, to help minimize the bubbles, and if not, get rid of the bubbles. Nothing is more frustrating than when you go to demold a piece and all you can see is bubbles. This is where I decided I wasn't going to do the skull with the lizard. I do have to figure out a way to stabilize it so it will cure evenly. I had lots of this marbled mixture left over, so you can see I am waste not, want not. We're making some smaller pieces that I will turn into cover minders. And then I ran out of time. But yes, I was using what was left over from doing the 3D skull with the wolf on the head to make smaller pieces and turn them into cover minders, which I will be doing tomorrow for Patreons. Now I am getting ready to mix up some more resin, so I'm just pouring resin and hardener to let them sit in hot water. That 3D skull with the wolf on the head took 410 milliliters of resin to fill the mold. That is a lot of resin. Well, that was 410 milliliters altogether. I was able to get some smaller pieces. I'm keeping a very close eye on it right now, as I don't want it to topple over and spill everywhere. Like I had to use another mold to stabilize it and hold it up. So I'm gonna have to think of something to kind of jimmy rig this. Okay, it's been about 5 minutes and I am ready to mix this next round of resin. Not only are we going to be doing the Phoenix mold, we are also going to be doing the 3D skull with flames. So I figured this combination of colors would work good for both molds. I also did add a little bit more clear resin into the ashtray. So I am, for the Phoenix and the skull, I am using a very vibrant orange, a gold, like a yellow gold, and then a fire engine red. As I had stated earlier, I am going to do a different form of marbling. I have the little tiny measuring cups, so I poured a little bit into each little cup, and then as you can see, I am just going through the mold with each color and adding it in without mixing all three colors. I am taking a toothpick to push into the corners and mix the colors together to get that marbling effect. This mold here does not actually take a lot of resin. So I again poured 400 milliliters of, between the resin and the hardener was 400. I was able to get the Phoenix, the 3D skull. As you can see, I'm adding a little bit of each color at a time without mixing all three colors together in one cup. I add a little bit of resin and then I pick it up. I use a toothpick to help push the resin into the hard to reach places. I just need to get a vacuum pump and the pressure pot will be up and running. Yay! So I've now got the skull and the Phoenix done. So I am just taking the individual colors and pouring what's left over into smaller molds. Between using a lighter and rubbing alcohol, I did learn a little bit earlier, don't use a lighter after you pour rubbing alcohol. Whoopsie. I did do that. You guys didn't see it because it is in a time lapse, but yeah. I also had some resin left over that I used some mermaid shimmer to do the smaller dragon head and a dragon. It looks like a dragon hatching from an egg, I believe. Look at that dragon mold. I'll actually insert a photo somewhere on the screen, you guys, as you didn't get quite a good look at it there, as it is time lapse. It is called Fire Breather and it is gorgeous. We are also at a different camera angle again. I had to switch sides as you can see, molds be pouring. You guys wouldn't have seen what I was doing. So for this mold and a few other pieces, I am using a violet brass pearlescent mica powder along with what is called mermaid shimmer. It's not chunky, it's not fine, it's a different type of glitter. I absolutely love it. I have multiple colors of it. So as you can see, I am doing the same thing with the dragon mold. I am just pouring some in, and then I am taking a toothpick to help get it into the hard to reach places. I do find that that does help. I cannot wait to get the pressure pot up and going and seeing how that's going to make a difference with the curing of your molds. I have a new neighbor who lives downstairs, and this is his first time ever living in an apartment, and he's like really grumpy and can't handle apartment living. Let's just say that. So I'm a little nervous running the pressure pot. That will definitely be daytime only. So I had lots of resin left over, so I am pouring into the smaller molds. These are new ones that was sent to me from my wonderful business partner, Patsy. I cannot wait to see how they look when I demold them in a little bit here. I actually poured quite late last night. As a lot of you know, I'm in the middle of a flare-up, and I wanted to make sure that I could actually do the standing. This was actually a 2.5 hour process for the pouring. So I had so much resin left over that I chose to pull out my mandala incense mold, and I was able to get one of those poured as well. So lots of pieces to be demolded tonight. That is why this video is going up late. Again, like I said, I wanted to make sure that I wasn't in the middle of a headache and I could focus on what I was doing. I am so glad to be back pouring. I have missed it so much. Now all my creative juices are flowing, and my goal is to pour every day. Every day I was going to be pouring some molds. They may end up on the business page, not always in a video, so make sure you're following PurpleDoorCrafts business page, which will be linked in the description box. Okay, you guys, we are in the last clip of the time lapses. The next one will be the demolding of these pieces. So for this next piece, this was a mold that was sent to me from a subscriber. Her name is Linda. She had asked me if she sent me the mold if I would make her 2 ashtrays, one dog themed, one cat. Of course, I graciously accepted. Thank you for the mold, Linda. I appreciate it. I learned a very valuable lesson. When you're trying a new technique, don't mix your resin before you do the technique. And the technique was laying that layer of clear resin, and then I was taking paw-shaped and bone-shaped glitters and placing them on the clear resin. I kind of had a pattern in my mind, but when you're working with resin, that just went out the door. Bye-bye. And I'm really hoping that this turned out. I have a feeling that it might have cured too much before I poured it into the mold. So this might be my first oopsie-daisy. Learned my lesson. Like I said, I wanted to try the technique where you put the layer of clear, then add your shapes, and then add in your colors. So we'll see how it turns out. Fingers crossed. You don't know unless you try. And practice makes perfect. So I used a very vibrant blue, as she asked for the dog themed to be blue, cat to be purple. You guys will see cat down the road. Like I said, keep an eye on the business page, as that is where I will be doing some pouring and demolding as well. As I was going with the pouring, I was getting nervous as it was starting to become a little bit of a goopy mess. And I was nervous as to whether the resin was going completely throughout the mold. And I was using a toothpick, trying to make sure the resin was down. Next, I am going to get a 3D owl mold that was also sent to me from Patsy. So cute. I am doing the marbling technique where you add one color on top of the other and then take a toothpick and try and push in the resin to the hard to reach places. Okay, you guys, the next clip will be the demolding of all these pieces. I'm so excited. I cannot wait. So happy to be back pouring again. I have missed it, and I have 1,000 ideas in me brain. That could be scary. That could be very scary. No, not really. Hey everyone, here we are. It's only been a couple seconds for you guys since the voiceover, but it has been quite a bit of time for me. So this is the most fun part about doing resin, is the demolding. Seeing how your projects turned out. So I already had a peek at the ashtray, and I'm going to say I am disappointed. It didn't turn out the way I wanted it to. So I am definitely going to be repouring this for you, Linda, but you can already see that, yeah, it didn't go the way I wanted to. But, you know, you don't know something unless you try. So we're going to take her out, have a peeky. Very nice mold. I like the mold. But yeah, that did not go as planned. Definitely not. So I will repour this, and this will just be an example of what not to do. Like, I like the way the color scheme worked out. So if you like this color scheme, Linda, I will stick with it. But yeah, I definitely need to repour that. And next time I won't already have the resin mixed before I place, you know, got to place the glitters before you mix your resin. Otherwise, what happens is you just end up rushing with trying to get this in. I'm also going to make sure that the first layer is cured before I place the glitters. So now that I have an idea of how I'm going to do it, I will be good on a go forward. Again, thank you for sending me the mold. Greatly appreciated. So we're just going to kind of work our way down the table. And to the person who sent me Fire Breather and Rising Phoenix, if you don't want to comment, I understand, but I would love to personally thank you for the molds and helping me find another place to get molds from. Okay, so we're going to continue on with our little cover minders. These are what I do when I have extra resin left over. This is what I will do. I will pour pieces like this, and then I attach magnets and I send them out as, you know, either for Patreons or little add-ons in packages that I mail out. So we have a little heart. I really like that glitter that's in there. That is very pretty. And then we had, of course, do some ice cream cones. So these are not 100% fully cured, like they're still soft, but enough where I can take them out of the mold. I've gotten a couple messages asking if I'm going to be uploading Make It Monday. I think some people are excited for me to be pouring again. I know I sure am. Holy, I missed this. I really did. I really missed pouring. I didn't realize how much I enjoyed it, you know, until I started pouring today. And I'm like, oh man, I've really missed this. And I'm noticing with using the alcohol, I have no bubbles. I have no bubbles along the edges. So that is definitely a very good trick. I actually think it was Brother Brian that mentioned to me, okay, this one is not ready to come out yet, so that's fine. I'm not gonna argue with it. We'll just leave it in there. Oh, let's look at the little dragons. We had a little bit of over pour here. That is so cute. But yeah, I did over pour it a bit, so I'm gonna have to wait, and then I can actually, all that excess along the edging there, I can just trim with my little scissors. That is so cute. Those are gonna make the cutest little cover minders. It's so hard to judge when you're pouring in these little tiny molds. Oh, that's so cute too. The little baby dragons. I'm dying to see the 3Ds and these ones, but I'm trying to just pace myself. All right, so this is another one that I do. These I churn in, like this one, these 3 here, and plus a few others I have. I put magnets on them, and these are good for trash drill trays. That's what I will be selling them as when I fire Etsy up. I'm hoping to have the Etsy shop up and going. I don't want to put a date on it. I really don't. So you can see I have a little bit of excess. That is absolutely fine. I can trim that off with scissors while it's still soft. If it was fully cured, then it would just break off easy. So in this one here, we could have used a little bit more of the glitter chunking. But otherwise, I still like it. All right, next, let's do our heart trash drill tray. After I have a vape and a sippy sippy. So usually what I'll do is I'll keep these molds upside down close by. So that way when I'm pouring a bigger piece or I'm pouring an order, then they're right there for the access for any leftover resin. Oh, that turned out really pretty. And no bubbles, you guys. That's really pretty. I like how that turned out. And then what I'll do is I'll just leave these here. I'll trim off any excess after I'm done filming, and I will then leave them here to fully cure overnight. Tomorrow I will be making pens and cover minders for the mail outs. That will be going out later on this week. So this is the diamond tray. And this is with that purple. Oh, you guys, I really like that. And it's purple. That is really, really pretty. And I do remember the color combination. I actually have what I call my recipe book. And what that is when I do a certain color combination, I write it down. Oh, that is just, I'm just so pretty. There's no bubbles. So if you're new to resin or wanting to pour resin, I definitely recommend getting isopropyl alcohol and having it in a spray bottle. I don't do full spritz. I only spritz like a quarter of the, like I don't pull back all the way on this. I just do a little spritz. You don't need much. And don't use your lighter after you put alcohol on. I learned that lesson today. I did. But it was because it was in time lapse. You guys didn't see that part. I was like, oh man, that's so embarrassing. All right, let's see if we can get this ice cream cone out, because it's kind of bugging me. It's like in there. It's because there's some access on it. Okay, now I see why she didn't want to come out. There we go. Now we got it. I definitely like, I'm going to have to order more of these glitter. I can't remember the name of it. It's like mermaid shimmer or something or other. All right, next we're going to do the angel wings. This was in the color combination right here that I did with the 3D skull with the wolf head. And this had the same kind of thing. Some glitters will sink to the bottom of the mold because they're heavy. They're heavier than the resin. And some will just float, so to speak. Okay. So this definitely had lots of access on it. So these are the angel wings. Again, I do churn, I add magnets. I've already sent out a pair of angel wings to my friend Layla. Next, let's do our sugar skull. These are ones that you guys have either seen or I've already poured. I'm kind of saving the new ones for last. So this is the Sugar Skull, same color combination, the gray with the sparkly glitters, but for some reason, this marbling didn't work for me this time. So it just kind of looks gray, all solid, one color. Not sure how I'm feeling about that right now. I think this, for me, is the way I prefer to marble, is where you just kind of go back and forth. I've had good luck with doing it the other way. I'm just out of practice. I mean, I haven't poured for 6 weeks and I just broke a nail. No. No breaking nails. All right, so these here are just little bits. These are where I would use, say like on an ashtray or another piece, I would take these here, use a little bit of E6000. I'm only gonna take one of each out so I can show you guys. Or I could take this here and turn it into a shaker mold, like a shaker. And that's where you would put like a piece of clear cellophane over top or something, thick piece of plastic, and then you would add these little bits. So we've got diamond and skull. And then you add these little bits in and then shake it all about. Actually, I think I will pop them out and just set them inside the trash drill tray. I also have the other ones, the lotus flower and the goddess. And then I also have Mario, Super Mario bits. I thought not only could I use these for shakers, but I could take them and, attach, like glue them to the sides of molds or something or other. I've got all kinds of ideas coming out the wazoo over here. Like I said, it felt so good to pour. It really, truly did. All right, so we're gonna set those ones in the peach. And then this here is the lotus flower and the little goddess. I'm just gonna pop them all out of there. So this was in a green combination that I did. Come on now, don't be arguing with me. I don't got time for that. We'll put those ones in the diamond. Oh, I guess I should show you. So this is the little triple goddess. Just tiny, itty bitty. I don't even know if I'll be able to get you guys a good, without it like not being, like it's not able to focus. So that is the lotus flower and the triple goddess bits. All right, so that's those. Next, we're going to do the incense holder. And then I think everything else is new. So this is a mandala incense holder. I love the sound when you demold. As you can see, it is still soft. So I will let it sit out overnight. I just didn't want to make you guys wait anymore. Oh, that is so pretty. Pretty and sparkly. I also now have acrylic paints, and what I'm going to start doing when I do a pour like this is I would probably take like a white paint down the road, this would be, and I would kind of go over the lines a little bit so people can make out that it is a mandala. It can be hard sometimes to make out the lines depending on what colors you use. Okay. Who's excited for the new molds? I know I am. Oh, so excited. These are all new. So these all here were sent to me from Patsy for our business. Patsy is my business partner. Ooh, sticky, sticky. I was not able to pour this one here as it was when it came to this skull with the wolf. I had to take this mold here and kind of use it to balance it so it would cure even. Otherwise, it was going to go like that. So I had to use another mold to sturdy it. And with this one here, this was also 410 milliliters of resin. Well, not fully, because I was able to get a cut like the wings and the skull, the sugar skull. So I would say probably 380 to 390 milliliters of resin is in this mold. This one here, this other one here is huge. This is the skull. So it's the skull with the lizard. And yeah, this was the skull with the lizard. I need to figure out a way to get it so it will cure even. And I don't know how I'm going to do it. Because once you pour the resin, it's going to add the weight and it's going to go flop-a-doodle. So I'm going to have to jimmy rig something up. All right, so we're going to pop out this one here. This is a moon with a skull on it. Oh, this is going to be so pretty. Oh, that again would be a cover minder. I could make a cover minder out of it. Love it. Oh yes. And I'm going to have to figure out a way where I can do like the skull in one color and then the rest in another color. I've still got a lot of learning to do. I would definitely still call myself a beginner. Next, let's do the owl. Now, this was the very last piece I poured. Like I said, lesson learned. Don't pour your resin, or don't mix your resin until you're ready to pour. Yeah, because it started turning into a goopy mess. Oh, you guys, look at the owl. Oh, I keep getting notifications. Look at the owl. Oh, I like the owl. This would almost look good where you would do like clear resin and you could have like, what's the name of it? Oh man, I can't even think of it right now. Where is it amongst my stuff? Right here, gold leaf. You take gold leaf and you could put it throughout. I didn't get a chance to do the 3D unicorn yet. That will probably come tomorrow in between doing my other things. Oh, I really like the owl. That turned out really good. I am happy with that. So we'll set Mr. Owl there. I love the 3D molds. Like, I really love the 3D molds. I can tell. All right, so this is a new dragon head. I'm thinking of you, Brandy. Mysteria Diamonds, I'm thinking of you. When I seen these, you are the other dragon lover that I know. I know quite a few people that love dragons, but you are just as about as obsessed with them as I am. So I'm really noticing that by using the toothpicks and pushing the resin into the corners, I have got all the detail in there. This was a purple green pearlescent mica powder, along with some green mermaid shimmer, fairy dust stuff. So I don't know if I would make this a cover minder or not. Like, that would be a pretty big cover minder. Okay, next we have, these are, looks like the little dragons coming out of the eggs. Same color, this one's the same color combination as that other dragon head. Yeah, see, this is where I need to be able to do multicoloring, because it would be nice to be able to have the egg a different color from, there's the tail there, his hand is there, and then his head. So yeah, this I could almost hand paint the mold. I could hand paint it and then put in black, like I would use an interference mica powder. So that might be something that I try next with these ones. But very, very cute. You're not really, you can't really see the detail, unfortunately. Again, you guys, I'm still learning. Here's the other one. Oh, this is just a dragon. Just a dragon. He's not coming out of an egg. He's just curled up, sleeping night-night. Oh, I love the dragons. Not that you guys didn't know that already, like you didn't. Again, this is one that I could hand paint. As you can see, like there is the wings, his tail, his cute little face. He almost reminds me of one of the Randall Spangler dragons. So this is where it is nice to be able to get the, I can't think of the, what's the word I'm looking for? The dimension, like where you have different colors. Oh, hey guys, so which one should I do first? The skulls? How about we'll do back and forth? So let's do Fire Breather. Then we'll do a 3D skull. All right, so this is Fire Breather. This comes from Zuri Incorporated. The link for these molds are down below. Again, to whoever sent these to me, thank you so much. I'm actually planning on ordering some more. They have some amazing molds. Oh man, come on now. Don't be arguing with me. All right, there we go. It's just, sometimes it's just a matter of getting that first part to break off. See, like it's not fully cured yet. All right, we're gonna move on to the 3Ds. I may have to demold these ones on the Facebook business page. They're not fully cured yet. Let me try the Phoenix. See if I can, oh yeah, this one's gonna pop out. But Fire Breather is just not ready yet. Oh no, this one's not either. Okay, you guys, unfortunately, these two, I'm gonna have to demold on the business page. I will demold them tomorrow, being Tuesday. I just don't wanna wreck the pieces by trying to force them out of the mold, and then it can actually morph the piece. Sorry about that, guys. All right, let's do the wolf 3D. See, these are gonna come out no problem. So this is the skull with the wolf head. These are what I call demonstration pieces, so I can show people what they look like, and then you can message me or Patsy on the business page and let us know what color combination you would like. No two pieces are going to look the same. Right now, I still have orders that I need to fill from before I took my little hiatus. Oh, you guys. You guys. Look at that. That turned out really good. I was able to get the resin down into each crevice of the mold. Oh my Lanta. Wow, wow, wow. I love that you've got like the dream catcher on the side, so you've got a little bit of that Native American heritage in there. Oh, Brother Jeremy, what do you think of that? Wow. Now I see that the color, the flakes that I used aren't like those ones that will float throughout the piece. So most of them, it looks like they just kind of went around the bottom. That's good to know. You don't know until you try, but I love that mold. I love how that turned out. The skull looks good, the detail that's within it. Wow. I was a happy girl right now. Oh, hey, let's take a look at Flame Skull. Now this was where I mixed all the colors into one cup. And this is where I would go back and forth between the colors. Oh, that sound. Ooh, you guys. The wolf one's my favorite so far, but this one still looks good. And that is a different color combination than I have used. So this is the one that has the flames. This is another one that I can hand paint. So you can see how it would I can easily get in there, and I could easily go like this, flip it out, add in the colors that I want to do, and then I would very gently just kind of pop it in and then throw in, like, use black. I would use a pearlescent black, and that would really make the colors pop. I really, really like hand painting molds. I was going to try and get Brother Jeremy's done, but with the head pain that I have been dealing with, I'm just glad that I was able to at least get a Make It Monday video out. So out of all that I demolded today, this is my favorite. By far. Absolutely by far. Now, what I would do is with the acrylic paints that I have, I would obviously want to paint in his eyes. And then I would maybe go in, and I'm not good with painting. Like, that is not my forte. Like, I love the detail in his fur. You can really see the detail. Very, very minimal bubbling. And I was able to get into every crevice and crease. So very happy. I am so excited to be back pouring again. These would be good for where you would pour like clear, and then you could add like little doodads. Like once it cures, you could add little doodads, add another layer, and have like a scenery on the inside of the skull. Same with the wolf. You could do the same thing, almost like where you see in the pyramids, where it's a pyramid and inside the pyramid is like an ocean scene or a desert scene. You could do something like that with these as well. And as I progress with pouring resin, those are things that I am definitely going to branch out and do. It just feels so good to be pouring again. Oh, Mr. Wolfhead. Oh, okay, you guys, I've got to try and get the Phoenix out because it's already starting to morph because I popped it. I just noticed that as I looked over. Okay, let's see if I can get this. Come on, baby. Like I said, sometimes it's just, this is a different type of silicone that I'm used to using. There we go. It's just a matter of getting it bent so I can pop it out. Come on, baby. We can do this. So this one here is Rising Phoenix. So pretty. I'll be honest with you guys, I love doing the hand painting of molds, where I take brushes, mica powder, glitters, and I hand paint the mold and then throw on a layer of black. This turned out all right for me. It turned out all right, but I am really hard on myself. It's in time, in time. All right, let's see if we can't get this dragon out. Let's get old fire breather out here. Almost. Oh, this one, you guys, I'm going to have to do on the page tomorrow. So if you want to see Fire Breather, you will have to join me on the Facebook page tomorrow, PurpleDoorCrafts. There's the group, which is more for diamond painting. And then there's the business page, which is strictly resin. So this will be demolded on the business page tomorrow. I will definitely be doing some hand painting, and you guys will get to see that on the business page tomorrow. I am going to, throughout the week, do different pours, different, finishing up the orders from before I went on my hiatus. Okay, you guys, that is Make It Monday for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. If you see anything that you like, let me know. Reach out to me. I'm gonna slowly work on the Etsy shop with Patsy. I just like to get a supply of stuff, like an inventory. Okay, guys, I am done rambling. Again, Linda, I am sorry about the ashtray. I am gonna re-pour that for you and make it right. Lesson learned. I like the system, but let that first layer cure before you add in your glitters. On that note, I am going to bid thee all farewell. Stay positive, live blessed, and until the next time, many, many blessings. Namaste. Bye, guys.